You can walk in and get.
I'm not talking about like a little bank like your bank. I'm talking about like a big
Hey,
ass.
don't bank shame.
I'm not bank shaming, but you're telling me like I'm gonna go rob your bank.
No, but no bank just leaves
Knowing,
money out.
knowing, I know that there's a bank out there that has more money.
Well, yeah, there's probably a lot of banks that have more money, but
Exactly.
no
So if I'm gonna have
bank,
the power to be invisible, I might as well just go to the bank that has more money.
no bank just leaves money out for you to take. And
It's
yeah,
not.
you bring up
I'm
other
not.
logistical questions.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but I am invisible. Okay, so all I gotta do is just swipe somebody's key card.
Don't use key cards. We use passwords.
It's not. I'm invisible, Eric. I can literally watch somebody type in their passcode.
Fair. That's very fair.
I can literally sit there and
Um,
be like, "Oh, okay," and then like I'm not like a ghost, bro. I can literally touch everything. You know what I'm saying?
so I died.
How do you die already, bro? That makes no sense.
Anyway, so my superpower would obviously be being able to turn toys into real life objects.
What is that show? What was that? What was it about the what movie was it? Had the Rock and I think Ryan Reynolds.
The red one. I think that's the Santa one, right? With like the little arm blaster gun thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that's just free money right there, my dude.
Bro, you seen how many times I hit him in the head?
I did. Ass. Anyway,
That's
but
crazy.
no, but we just make a business selling Hot Wheel cars, but like actual. Anyway,
So you would hack the system. So you would hack the system, is what you're trying to tell me. You would hack the system, is what you're trying to tell me. Like basically,
yes, that's exactly what I do. I would go buy toy cars, turn them into real cars, and sell them bitches.
Eric, tell me a story.
What story?
Tell me, tell me, what is your dream that you've yet to accomplish, but you know you can accomplish?
Mm, yes, it's a dream I think about often. That I would love to achieve one day. That I don't think that I have the capability at this time to do, and it is to get rid of the Make a Wish Foundation because I feel like those kids are getting way too many handouts.
All right. Okay. Wow. Okay,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, that seems like the perfect place to introduce ourselves a little bit. So this is the SideQuest podcast. My name is Eric. I'm a bit up.
He's a bit screwed up. Let me get that right.
And the other lovely person talking will introduce himself.
Yeah, my name is Emilio. Eric's my slow friend. You know.
Slow. I know I'm fat, but you don't have to make fun of me for that.
I wasn't talking about being fat, but okay.
Hey, my mom said she loved me.
Eric, I have a joke for you. I heard it the other day. This may be offensive, but this is kind of what this podcast is about. Just being open.
All right.
So I have a friend.
You're gay.
Who was a virgin.
Okay.
And he slept with a special needs girl because he wanted his first time to be special.
Okay. Where's the punchline?
That was the whole punchline.
I don't think you understand how a joke works.
Yeah, I look at you every day.
Okay, asshole. So, if you can't tell by my co-host's glaring personality traits, he was dropped on the head as a child. It was a tragic story.
Bro, I told you that in confidence.
It's
I
not
told
my
you,
fault that your
bro. I told
mama.
you.
It's not
No,
my
bro.
fault that your
You didn't.
mama did
Did you not see
heroin when you were.
You didn't see my appearance in the Super Bowl in 2003?
No, I did not.
I was at football that went through the field goal.
That's crazy work. Yeah, but I figured you have the look about you.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, I think you had a question for me, that you wanted to ask me, but I said save it for the first episode of the podcast. Something about duck.
No, I don't, that's a different question for a later time. Right now, what I want to talk about is this new Nintendo Switch that's going to be coming out.
Bro, I don't even have the current Nintendo Switch. They're making me feel more broke.
Bruh, okay. How much do you think this new Nintendo Switch is gonna cost? Though is the problem. Like, if the one that they still have now is like $400, I can only imagine what this next one's gonna be like.
Is it $400?
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch. I think the regular Nintendo Switch, the one that connects to your TV, is like $300, and then like the OLED one is like $400.
So, honestly, I don't even want to know because it's making me feel broke already.
But like they said that I don't know if you have you ever played anybody's Nintendo Switch or anything?
No, but I'm a big I'm a big nerd, so like I've been wanting to get one mainly to play like the new Pokemon games that have been coming out.
I really want to get a VR, bro. I want to get a VR.
Bro, on God.
I feel like
that would be fun.
We can make some great content with that.
Definitely. But the thing about it, right, is let me just explain a little bit about how this podcast is going to work. So me and Emilio are best friends in real life. So ha 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 ha. Unfortunately, my ass. You know you would be crushed without me.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, and I'm not talking just because I'm the responsible one in the group. Anyway. No, so we're just gonna be we started the channel, the SIDEQUEST Bros, and on it we're basically gonna be doing whatever really comes to our mind, trying to do all the side quests. So like we have the podcast, we might start reacting to videos. We haven't fully discussed that, but like if we do any IRL content, it's just different side quests. But most of our podcast is usually filmed while we are playing the video game. So you're gonna be seeing the video games that we're playing while we're talking. Today we are playing Fortnite because it's fun. And because he refuses to play Marvel Rivals with me.
So, speaking about Marvel Rivals, look, this is literally what bringing me into the topic that I wanted to talk about. Underrated and overrated games.
Okay, we are not playing this if you are calling a good game overrated.
Look, bro, I'm not saying it's overrated, but in my personal opinion, I believe it's just like Fortnite. Like Fortnite, I feel like it's overrated now. When it came out, it wasn't.
How did you die?
Did you reboot me?
No, I just knocked you down.
Bro, dude, you killed the person that killed me.
Why didn't you say anything?
Bro, I thought you were paying attention.
I don't think I'm gonna make it in time.
No, you're not. It's alright. But underrated and overrated games.
Oh my God!
What'd you say? But so under and overrated games. Let me think about it. I believe Mario is overrated.
Yeah, I can see that.
People are gonna hate me for that comment, but Mario is overrated.
No, that's valid. That's entirely valid.
I feel like I should have been like, okay, I understand, like maybe in like Nintendo DS, but like maybe Mario Kart is what they should have just kept on doing. But everything else, like all the extra stuff and stuff like that, I don't believe.
Like the
It's just
OG Mario was
right.
lit. I'm not gonna lie. Like the dun, 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 dun. That's all I can do, or we're gonna get copyright struck by Nintendo, and they're gonna want our firstborn child, and that's not gonna really work out for Emilio.
So
Um,
another thing is Duck
so
Hunt.
okay,
Was it
so you
overrated
can't.
or underrated?
What game?
Duck Hunt.
So who the fuck played Duck Hunt?
You didn't play Duck Hunt
No, I
on
did
the
not play
Nintendo
Duck
64.
Hunt.
I think it was a Nintendo 64. If not, I must be mistaken, but it was
No,
you
because
had
I am not fucking old.
no, but if we recall anything being similar, we got the Nintendo 64 when the Xbox 360 came out type shit.
Really?
It was a for instance, bro.
Well, I grew up on Xbox, so
It explains a lot of things.
what's wrong with Xbox? We cannot start this podcast out with disrespect, my dude.
Anyways, back to the topic about overrated and underrated games.
Okay, no, we're going back to that topic. You cannot say that Marvel Rivals is overrated when you've only played one game, my dude.
It didn't catch my attention. I feel like me personally, it's overrated.
Well, I enjoy it thoroughly. So
You
for me,
enjoy
it
it.
would not be overrated.
Okay. What's an underrated game for you? What's a game that you think that is the best game in the world, but a lot of people don't agree with you?
So personally, like we
Don't
play
hit me with
different
no
games.
Flappy Bird, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what did he say?
Don't hit me with no Flappy Bird.
Hey, yo. Hey, it might have killed 6 people, but you know. No. So we play different games. Personally, you like all the sports games. I'm
Yes.
not a massive fan. I like playing FromSoft like Souls-like games like Elden Ring, um, and stuff like that. I've been really wanting to play
I
Black
heard
Myth
there's a new like
Wukong.
Elden Ring game coming out, but we'll
So
hop on
yeah,
that
so
topic
it's
later. We'll hop on that topic later. Continue what you're saying.
so like we play different games. So personally, like an underrated game for me, like I played it when I was young. Um, it's an Xbox 360 game that I don't know if you've ever heard of. It's called Gun, right? It's about like Western and like being a gunslinger. It was like Red Dead before Red Dead, kind of.
Okay.
Like you like hijacked a boat, I vividly remember.
You know how I know
And
it's probably underrated only due to the fact that I've never even heard of that game.
like, yo, that shit was some of the most aggravating shit I've ever played when I was younger, and I fucking loved it. Like, there was one specific boss fight where it was like you had to fight like a posse of people. Um, and like for the life of me, when I was younger, I could not beat it. But like, I revisited the game like a few years ago, just because I was like, yeah, I want to see if this like holds up. It still holds up. That shit kind of lit still.
Okay, so an underrated game for me. This may sound like
This bitch gonna say Monopoly,
I'm gonna say Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. I've never really been a big fan of like the Ratchet and Clank series, to be honest.
So when I got my PS Vita, that was like the first game I had on it, and because it came like when you ordered like, so I pre-ordered it and like I got the pre-order deluxe bundle, whatever it was,
Fucking
and
lucky ass.
it came with, well, bro, it's because I begged my dad, bro. Before that, I had begged my dad for like 3 years to buy me the PSP, and I finally got one for Christmas. And then 2 years later, the PS Vita came out, and I was like, I gotta go pre-order it because it came out like 2 weeks before my birthday. I was like, that's all I want for my birthday. But anyways, when we ordered it, we went into GameStop, bro. It was the first time I ever pre-ordered anything from GameStop. Best feeling in the world. Anyways,
I don't think
GameStop
I
was like,
ever pre-ordered anything from GameStop.
bro, going to GameStop and pre-ordering something is like lit. Because then you can just go to the day that it comes out and you just buy, like walk in, show the
You
receipt.
feel like a big dick locker room just.
Like I'm just saying, like you walk in, you get it, and you walk out.
If you know that reference, you goated.
But yeah, so it came out. It came with the deluxe bundle. I think it had Borderlands. I had options between Borderlands 3, which I had never even played the first or the second Borderlands, and then I had gotten the option to get Ratchet and Clank, I believe. If not, I think I got the Borderlands edition. I'm not 100% sure, but I ended up having Ratchet and Clank, and it was a good game all around. Like I didn't think it was gonna catch my interest as much, but
Is
it
it
was pretty.
like Is it like kind of similar to like a Crash Bandicoot type game?
Kind of, yeah. It's like, but like more story mode ish.
Uh, so back to like the Elden Ring topic. So, sorry,
Okay,
it's like
so a new topic would be what upcoming releases and games are you interested in seeing?
so
Or rumors and leaks did you hear about games coming out?
so I'm really excited for Elden Ring Night Rain that's coming out. It's weird though, cause like Elden Ring was like one of the first From Souls like one of the FromSoft Soulsborne games that I played.
Mhm.
Like when I had gotten my own system, and I loved that game. I put like 600 hours into it, and then like the
100
DLC
hours.
came out. Not really.
I don't know. I've put in maybe like a lot more into Fortnite, but that's
Oh
over a
yeah,
lot of years.
but like Fortnite's a live service game, so it doesn't really. It's not really the same. You feel me?
Hmm.
Like a live service game is easier to put on hours than like a story mode game type shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Anyway, but so the DLC came out and I loved the DLC. Um, hard as shit, by the way. If you like a challenge, you would enjoy the like FromSoft games. Um, but
What was
like
that
if you
one?
get
That wasn't you. Never
aggravated,
mind.
I wouldn't. What?
Have you ever played Ghost?
Like what kind of ghost?
It's a game. I don't. It's on the PlayStation, I believe. It's called
Ghost of
Ghost.
Tsushima?
Yes.
So yes, I one of my buddies a few years ago owned the game like on his he had a PlayStation before I did. Um and he actually he had it downloaded. So when I went over to his house, I played and I played through the whole game of Ghost of Tsushima, and they're coming out with a sequel called Ghost of Yotes, which I'm pretty excited for, not gonna lie. The only problem is my PlayStation 5 does not have enough storage for everything that I want to download.
All right, bro. So, what's your personal
Anyway,
opinion on consoles? Like consoles versus handhelds versus PCs.
well, like I said, I grew up on Xbox. So Xbox will always have a place in my heart.
A little bit more up.
You were saying?
A little bit more up, and you would hit his head. Shoot.
Anyway, but I got a PS5 like a year, some change ago, and
Mhm.
I've really been enjoying it. Um, so I'm not really
See, like I personally do enjoy
like
my
a
PS5.
big console. Like I don't really care. I'm not a huge like Xbox or PlayStation supremacist just because I played both of them and I really enjoy both of them. But that said, there are rumors that the next Xbox is gonna have it's gonna have Steam on it, which is huge for the reason that they're basically making a PC for your TV, which is gonna completely just end the whole
It's
console
just the
war.
fact. How is Microsoft gonna do that?
It's fucking Microsoft, my guy. They have
Yes, but
God
how?
knows how much money.
I understand they have so much money and stuff like that. Okay, but
They
okay,
get.
let me put it in other words. How much do you think that console is going to cost?
Uh, doesn't matter. It lets you play both PC, Xbox, and PlayStation games all
What
on
games can you
one.
play on PC that you can't play on Xbox?
Well, it'll let you download mods on your Xbox, so you can play like
We don't know
modded.
that until it comes out though.
We
Just because
don't,
it
but
runs, just because it runs Steam games, it may be like it's like Discord on the Xbox right now. Like you can't join can't like I don't know how Discord works on the Xbox right now.
I get you. I get you. But from the rumors, which is what we're talking about, I feel like if PlayStation doesn't do something to drastically increase their like stocks on the next console, Xbox is gonna take it just because those PlayStation exclusives that they were holding on to for so long, they're all on Steam. And if Xbox has that, you feel me?
I heard from my job the other day, I had a customer come in and he was telling me that Sony is working for this summer that they're supposed to be getting like a Halo remastered release or something like that for a specific PlayStation only.
I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure Xbox still owns the Halo rights.
Well, yeah, of course they own the Halo rights. I'm pretty sure that, but like, I don't know how true it is that I've heard, like that is. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. What were
But
we talking
that
about earlier with the whole oh, yeah. So Elden Ring. So they're making it's weird if I'm being honest. I've seen some of the beta test footage like that people were posting on Facebook groups,
hmm
and it's like a mix of Elden Ring and Fortnite, if that makes any sense.
like
Like
free
it's a
world type.
boss rush game.
Oh, I heard it was like a free world like type game. Like
Well, Elden Ring is, but Elden Ring Night Rain is not.
okay,
I don't know. I don't know too much information about it, but you know. So we will bring you into our next segment called our conspiracy corner.
I got a good conspiracy theory.
Okay, so our conspiracy corner, it's where one of us will either talk about a conspiracy theory that we personally believe in, or that we want the other's opinion on. Um, if you guys have any conspiracy theories that you would like us to talk about, leave them in the comments down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and Emilio, take it away from here.
All right, so my conspiracy theory is that let me think. Let me think. What's a good one that I've been thinking about lately? A good one I've been thinking about lately is I've been thinking about GTA and like real life. You believe that a lot of the influence nowadays has come from kids playing GTA 5.
Like, what do you
Like
mean?
a lot like a lot of the violence that has come nowadays.
No, for a specific reason.
Why?
Because that
Because
would propagate all of the video games, make kids violent shit that, people were spouting out like 10 years ago.
well, think about it. How long ago when did GTA come out? Almost it was like 12 years ago, bro.
Damn,
So
we got GTA induced violence before GTA 6. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, I somewhat think some of the violence, like some, but not all the violence.
I definitely do think that
It had a
like
role to play.
games like Grand Theft Auto and other things do glorify it a little bit, but like it's not making kids want to be like, oh yeah, I want to go steal a car and prostitutes.
I mean, you'd be amazed at how many people actually be like, oh my god, 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 get away.
Do you need help, my guy?
Bruh, yeah, I knocked one.
Where are you? How many are there? Are they bots?
Two.
Did
No,
you die to
three.
bots?
No, bro, I knocked one, and then the other one shot me from behind. But anyways, another conspiracy I've really been into is Michael Jackson is not dead.
Michael Jackson is 100% dead.
He's not. I believe that bro, like there was just I feel like I researched a decent amount of stuff to believe that he's not. I feel like he ran away. Like I believe Tupac is also not dead either. Maybe now. And maybe Michael Jackson now, but like when they apparently died.
You don't think he died when he died?
Exactly. I don't think he died in 2009. My belief is that he's in Cuba or a different city. Like my belief is that he even showed up to his own funeral but disguised.
Speaking of funerals, I've always wanted to attend my own funeral before. Damn, I got fucked.
But Michael Jackson isn't dead, in my personal opinion.
No, he's 100% dead.
Well, now maybe, yeah, but like now, because if you think about it, he was like 50 something in like 2000, and then it's been in like what, maybe a good 16 years. 70. I want to say maybe a good. He's not dead.
Okay.
He didn't die.
Retarded.
Okay, because think about it. Think about it. No. Go back and watch the videos of how slow that if somebody's dying and you're that famous, why would somebody back up an ambulance at that? Back up so slow into your driveway. Why didn't they just drive straight in but they backed up all the way in there. And it took them like a good minute, bro.
I don't know.
You'd figure with the expertise that they have, they can back that thing up because that's a big body. You know what I'm saying?
Illuminati. That's why.
Exactly. So I don't think Michael Jackson died when he was.
No, he's definitely
dead.
No, he's definitely dead.
I feel like it was set up.
Anyway, so we have So there's
Guys,
a conspiracy theory.
Opinions about conspiracy theories, or if y'all have an opinion and would like to follow up on my conspiracy theory. But go ahead, Eric.
So, the conspiracy theory that I want to talk about is do you think that like schools are like intentionally making our kids stupider?
Yes and no. I believe
because there is a theory that says that schools intentionally prioritize like uniformity instead of like individualism.
Exactly, like the working matter, like a workhorse matter. That's what the school is doing to you. It's programming your mind to fall under somebody else's rule. Because what's the first thing they teach you in school? Like to follow rules, right?
Actually, the first thing they teach you is the Pledge of Allegiance, but
like, you know what I'm saying? Like in school, they didn't. I just feel like they don't teach the right curriculums.
I can definitely feel that they put too much emphasis.
Would you further like to elaborate on that, please?
Yeah. So basically, the theory I'm talking about goes into that schools are intentionally using like a strictly grade by numbers curriculum, like trying to put everyone into like the same cookie cutter mold. That they're not letting the kids. They're not letting the kids. So, what are your opinions on school making our kids dumber? Before we move on to our next topic,
I believe that our schools ain't teaching us the correct curriculums. I believe they should be teaching us more or less like how to use bank accounts, how to use our credit, how to build up our credit, instead of just teaching us like, okay,
How to do your taxes type shit.
like how to
I
do
can
like
feel.
how to be financially set, instead of you have to know math, you have to know geometry, you have to
Hey
learn
yo,
this, you have to do this.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared is coded information.
Yes, I understand that. Some of this information, yes, is, but not everybody's following the same career path. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I am dead, by the way.
I understand that, but not everybody's following the same career path. So us learning all the same curriculums just for what, to fall only in a certain amount of jobs. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you.
I'm not gonna be
All
able
right,
to.
so our next segment is what? Our next segment in the podcast is what I like to call the hypothetical question.
The what?
Hypothetical questions. We're gonna ask each other a few hypothetical questions and see how the other one would handle a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
All right, so the first hypothetical question is would you still love me if I was a worm? No, no,
Would I still if you was a worm?
no,
Unfortunately,
no, no.
it's fish bait.
I'll you. Anyway, so a hypothetical question I have for you is if you had 24 hours where everything you did would be 100% legal, what would be the most illegal thing that you do?
What would be the most illegal thing I would do? That is a great question. Because there's a million things I would want to do. One, I'd want to take some money from a bank. Like, can I do? Is it one thing that I can do, or just have to be like
No,
I can do?
like the entire 24 hours, anything you do is completely legal.
Oh,
And
I'm
no one
robbing a
can try
bank.
and stop you. No
I'm
one can
robbing a
try to
bank.
stop you.
I'm robbing
But
a bank.
no, what I'm saying is like, what would be the most illegal thing that you would do?
Most illegal thing. Probably still a fighter jet from the army.
Where would you keep that?
I'd find a place, but it was legal. What do you mean if it's everything I can do is legal?
You just gonna leave it there?
I'm
Be like,
buying.
this bitch mine now.
No, I'm taking all the money from a bank, and then when everything's not legal no more, I'm buying me a hangar
Fair.
and have all the money there,
Or
and
you
then be
buy
chilling.
or you buy the hanger with the illegal money?
That's why I said That's what I just said.
No, because it'll be no, you buy it the same day because buying something with illegal money is illegal, my dude.
What?
How did you die?
Wow, that's crazy. Hypothetical question. Um, if you can bring one video game character into the real world, but you have to swap places with them and live in their game, who would you choose and why?
So I can't even pick someone that I'd want to hang out with because I'd have to live in their world.
You can basically be swapping like worlds with them.
Huh. That's a good question. Yeah, personally, I don't think I want to live in any video game that I like to play. Oh, to be
You want?
honest,
Eric's gonna switch characters with the Sims character.
nah, give me one of those f***ing porn, one of those porn games.
Definitely
Nah, no,
can
no, nah. Let me
definitely
think about this.
bleep on that.
What?
Putting a big old bleep on that.
Anyway, nah, let me switch places with the Monopoly guy.
Why?
Let me just be a super rich dude.
I don't think he's really rich.
His name is Uncle Moneybags.
They could be filled with pennies.
Money bags.
Pennies.
Yeah, let me
Pennies
be
is pennies is a form of currency, which is considered money.
So, if you had to survive a year in the last TV show you watched, could you, as the main character?
What was the last TV show that I watched?
I think it was you. You just finished watching You.
Yeah? Yeah?
Could you spend a year as Joe Goldberg?
If I had some weed.
No, we're gonna say, what arc of Goldberg should I give you? We're not giving you final. What the fuck?
Where'd you die?
What the fuck?
Where did you die?
On the roof! Anyway, spoiler alert
Whoa.
for You, a show on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it.
Nope.
Personally. You got fucking... Same person who killed me, by the way.
Continue.
I'm gonna put you in the... Where He's Married to Love. Season 3, I think. Season 3, Joe Goldberg. Could you survive?
Yes, I could.
How?
Almost the same way he did, but I would just need a few more fixes.
It's very... I would also survive Season 3, Joe Goldberg, but for a very different reason.
What would your reasoning be?
There are no women in Season 3 who are more attractive than Love. I just wouldn't look at other... That's the reason why she went off psychopaths. Is because of my boy.
I have another one. Are you ready for it?
What? Yeah.
If you had to survive for 1 year inside a video game world, but you only get the abilities of your real life self, which game would you pick?
But I only get the abilities of real life Aaron. Do I get to keep all the money I make?
Yes.
Cool, I'm picking Cookie. I'm picking...
I'm taking Balloon Tower. No, I'm just kidding.
What is it?
Not
Adventure
again.
Capitalist?
It was an inside job.
No, not the tower.
That's another conspiracy
again.
theory we can knock on another episode.
They hit the second tower.
Yeah, that's for next episode.
Oof,
but
that's might be. That's for next episode. But
so what would
so
you choose?
the
Is that game?
what is wrong with you, dog? Anyway, Adventure Capitalist.
But
It's
with
a mobile
your
game where
real
your
life
entire job
skills,
is to
like real
make
life skill
as
set,
much money as
abilities.
possible. Cool. I can open a lemonade stand, my dude. I can open 50,000 lemonade stands and hire one person to run them all. That is all Adventure Capitalist is. It's the easiest dub out there. The main character of Adventure Capitalist. Okay. The dude with the suit.
So what?
In the intro. So, that brings us to a different segment of our podcast called Wrestling Updates. Because me and Emilio are pretty big wrestling fans. So we're going to give a brief, rundown of what happened
So
this
for
week
Raw,
on either Raw
so
or
for Raw,
SmackDown, depending on when we record these. Today it was Raw. Um, so for Raw on
which was a
March
pretty
31st, 2025, is the Raw we are talking about. So if you would like to go watch that program and then come back so you know what we're talking about, we'll be here when you get back. But if you just want to hear two retards talk about it,
stick around.
stay tuned.
So,
how did you feel about today's Raw?
what's that?
Did you finish it already?
No, I haven't finished it, but I mean, I've seen almost every piece. So.
All right, let's start with the opener. The John Cena beef that happened.
Me personally, they both had good promos, is what I believe.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say John Cena ate.
Cody Rhodes did too, because he kind of eliminated some of the stuff that John Cena would say.
Doesn't matter. John Cena hit him with a "you ain't relevant enough." He hit him with a relevancy check.
But did you hear what he said? He said, "Bro, you didn't. This company had people ready to leave. Like I took them with me. Like you didn't hear what he said."
Like, yeah, John Cena hit him with a "yeah, you had to leave this company. I didn't." Like, I'm sorry, that beats whatever Cody was talking about.
Yeah, but another thing that Cody Rhodes said was that you're somebody you're replaced here by you were picked by the person that it doesn't like basically the Vince McMahon was who he was talking about.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, Cody Rhodes was picked by the fans.
Yeah, but then you also had, John Cena saying like yeah, we're not going to talk about that loss that I just did. But then you also had John Cena saying like I build companies for billionaires, you just steal money from their children, which is a fucking bar.
Yeah, it was a good bar.
Okay, so the next thing that happened in Raw was the match between New Day and New Clutch Republic.
I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, it happened off of last week how fucking, if we're being honest, they pissed off Nick Aldis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because he was already stressed out because of the Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley thing.
That's not Nick Aldis. That's Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce. Like I said, I don't know the names. That's why I have you here. We don't keep you around for your good looks.
I mean, they should. Because yours ain't helping.
We don't. Helping more than yours. Anyway. So, like, they tried to, like, big dick him, and Lee's like, no, you're gonna earn it next week. And, he's like, yeah, beat them. And, how did the match end?
I'm not sure how the match ended. I don't remember that part. But I do want to talk about the Io versus Rhea's match with special guest referee
Bianca Belair. I actually haven't watched that yet.
That one ended in a DQ, I think, because Rhea Ripley just like went off on both of them.
It's definitely just going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania, right?
Definitely, it's already it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But another thing I want to talk about is the Braun Breaker and Penta versus Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor. I believe that's who it was. That match, yeah, you didn't see that was a crazy match. That had a lot of emotion packed into it.
I still want.
But I feel like it's gonna be Finn Balor, Penta, and Braun
Braun
Breaker triple threat match
triple threat
4.
for the title
Yeah.
at WrestleMania.
It
Like,
only
I
makes
know.
sense to keep on beefing about it, and then they keep on having disqualifications and stuff like that. So it only makes more sense.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I know Penta is still kind of new, but I have been personally really enjoying Penta.
He's actually a good wrestler. I just wish
Like,
he would have came to WWE maybe a little bit sooner.
yeah, I feel like
With
they
the
are
debut, I don't know if you've ever looked up, but before Penta came to wrestling, I don't know if you know who Ray Phoenix is. Ray Phoenix is coming to um
a small
SmackDown.
town near you.
Coming to SmackDown I think next week.
No, I don't know who that is. You're
Okay,
like
well,
I said, you're the wrestling person. I'm usually I'm like gaming updates, um, and conspiracy theories. That's what I bring to the table.
so Ray Phoenix
I'm also
and
a big nerd, so every now and then I will talk about anime that I've seen. Um, he's going to be completely uninterested during that segment, but
oh my god, I knocked.
shit, it's half my podcast. I want to talk about it.
What was I talking about before I got distracted?
Ray, whatever.
Ray Phoenix and
Penta.
Penta. So before they came to WWE, I think they were in another
Was it
indie.
like Lucha Underground?
Not Lucha. I don't think it was Lucha Underground, but I think it was another promotion. But they were called the Lucha Brothers or Lucha something like that. And bro, the moves they would do together would be crazy. Like I was watching some videos, and if they reunite them in WWE, they should be the tag team champions. Because their moveset is just, it's crazy. Their chemistry is crazy.
Moves, crazy. Chemistry, crazy. Bitches, zero. Anyway.
Because it's settled. Meow. Like,
Exactly. You got the joke. And that has really been all for our wrestling update section, just because we're being a bit lazy this week. I know, being lazy for our first podcast. Starting off with a bang. We haven't finished watching the program, so next week you will get the rest of this week's Raw, and you will get next week's, either Raw or SmackDown, depending when we watch
I
it.
have a question for you.
What?
Do you believe in the Mandela effect?
Yes, but not in the way a lot of people believe in it.
What do you mean not the same way people believe in it?
So the traditional belief behind the Mandela effect is what it is basically like subtle changes that happen, but people remember it the other way. Like the most
Like
notable is
Chick-fil-A.
like the
Chick-fil-A was not spelled with a K.
like the Berenstein Bears and the Berenstain Bears, and a lot of people are
Chick-fil-A was never
like
spelled with a K. Promise, yeah.
and a lot of people are like it must be like other dimensions or whatever.
Right, right.
And while I do believe that, some of those instances do happen with I remember, like, personally, the Mandela effect that has affected me is Pikachu, right? Like, when I was younger, Pikachu had, like, the little black tip at the edge of his tail,
Yeah.
but apparently he's never had it. But I clearly remember watching the show and playing the games, and Pikachu had his little black Sharpie tip. Is what I used to call it. But apparently, never happened. But while I don't think that it's us crossing into another dimension, blah 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 blah, I do think that it is like some form of like a mass misremembering of it. You know what I mean? Because if we're being honest, I remember, Pikachu with his little Sharpie tip, but I was also 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Berenstein Bears and Berenstain Bears. For being honest, who gives a shit? Like, I get a lot of people are like, but you don't know, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't really matter. You know what I
Like
mean?
like the 9/11 didn't happen.
The Mandela effect has nothing to do with 9/11.
It was a joke.
What? Are the towers still there?
Yeah, I don't believe I told you.
Really? Let's book a flight right now. No. Okay. Someone's got to correct this timeline.
Bro, could you imagine if we can tap into a timeline? Like if we were like on an MCU universe type shit.
If you could time travel one time, what would you
Like
do?
if I can travel, go and come back to the present time,
Yes. Yes. Go and come.
I'm making sure Martin Luther King doesn't get shot.
That's noble of you, surprisingly. More noble than I think you're capable of. That's you know what I would use my one time travel on?
What?
I would go back in time and make sure I would stop you and make sure he still gets shot.
I'm
No.
dead.
No. What I would do is I would kind of pull a like a Back to the Future, and I would take I would go to the future, like 30 years or so, and I would get the winning bets, like of all like the world championships, and I would just make a fucking bang.
I'm dead.
What? That's a good use of it.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, all right, people. That is it for this side quest, and we will catch you on the next one.
Peace.